Welcome into doubleheader edition of Riders on Deck. Nathan Barnett with my partner here, Steve Goldberg, as the RoughRiders get ready to play two against the Corpus Christi Hooks here at Whataburger Field. And Steve, let's start with some big news in RoughRiders land, also in Rangers land today, because Matt Bush, after spending a little bit more than a month here in Frisco, is going to skip AAA. He will be in the big leagues tonight.
Yeah, Matt Bush was unbelievable down here in Frisco, and we had the pleasure of seeing him for the first month of his season. Now back in professional baseball, and Bush was a phenomenal leader coming out of the Riders bullpen, and all year long really just a power factor with the Riders coming out of the pen. I mean, he was a perfect 5 for 5 in save situations and was always racking up the strikeouts. We saw him strike out 6 batters in an outing, a season high for him. He has that electric fastball and working in those breaking pitches nicely as well. He'll be a huge addition for the Rangers coming up now.
Yeah, Bush struck out almost 30% of the batters he faced in the Texas League. Of course, great story as well, getting a comeback opportunity for him at 30 years of age, the former first overall pick. Now, looking at today, Steve, a doubleheader for the RoughRiders. They'll play 2 here beginning at 5:35, making up a game that was postponed due to wet grounds. Important today, especially with the departure of Matt Bush. The roster's only at 24 active players today, just 12 pitchers, that both starters, Sam Wolf and David Perez, who's going to get the Game 2 start, pitched at least 4 or 5 innings in these 2 7-inning contests.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, there'll be shorter games, so only 7 innings to work with, but you really do need Wolf and Perez, like you mentioned, to go deeper into the games and at least give the Riders 5 strong innings coming out in both of these starts. Now, Frisco does have the advantage. They only used 2 relievers in yesterday's game, while Corpus used a little bit more. But, like you mentioned, the Riders are 1 player short now on the roster with Matt Bush's departure. So a little bit thin as far as bullpen help goes today. So, like you said, just added importance on the starters putting in 2 quality starts.
And Wolf, almost 100 pitches his last time out, so certainly capable of pitching deep, maybe all the way through Game 1. And Jose Leclerc only used 3 pitches yesterday, so maybe he's available as well. We don't know. And lastly, want to talk a little bit about the offense. Ryan Cordell, he just seems to love hitting here. He's got 2 home runs here, 3 more hits yesterday. There was a period of time where maybe he was slowing down to about 300 with his batting average over a stretch. That's been slowing down for him, but maybe yesterday is a sign of another hot streak in him.
Yeah, slowing down. I mean, that's all in perspective. But, I mean, Cordell's leading all of minor league baseball in slugging percentage and OPS. He's been getting on base. He's been getting hits. And, of course, he's been slugging as well. So, yesterday, just another case of Cordell being a spark in that offense, coming out with 3 hits, including a big one in the 9th inning comeback.
The RoughRiders tied things up yesterday in the 9th, scoring 3 times to tie the game at 5-5 before a heartbreaking loss in the bottom of the 9th inning when they gave up the walk-off home run to Derek Fisher. A chance to rebound, maybe even win 2 today. The RoughRiders start their doubleheader at 5:35. This has been Riders on Deck. He's Steve Goldberg. I'm Nathan Barnett, here for Riders TV in Corpus Christi.